What's going on, good people? Welcome to the How to Find Your Passion Now website. Now, I have a question for you, and I don't think it's that hard of a question, but it's a question that you should be asking yourself. And that question is, how many of you have a vision board in your home? Now, some of you may right away say, oh, yeah, I have a vision board. How many of you have a daily habit where you look at that vision board and not only do you say, oh, that's what I want, you visualize yourself as already having it. But there's something interesting. When you start visualizing yourself that you already have that thing that you want, for some of us, doubt starts to set in. And then we start to think to ourselves, can I really achieve that? Am I smart enough? Do I have enough brain power or enough guts to actually go after that thing that I think I can have? The answer is yes. But a lot of the times we have to battle self-doubt. Whatever number you have in your bank account at this moment is what you have believed for yourself. You do not have 1 cent over of the risk that you haven't taken or the risk that you've took. Everything that's in your bank account belongs to you only because of your thinking. A millionaire and a person that, let's say a person that makes $1 million a year versus a person that makes six figures a year versus a person that makes $35,000 a year does not think the same, does not take the same risk. It's just simple as that. They don't have the same lives. The only difference between all three is that some are taking higher risks than the other. So the question is, how are you going to take higher risk in your life? What is it that you really want? What is it that you love? You see, one thing I've learned in life, and I'm shouting from the mountaintops, is that when you love what you do in life, you tend to put more time in it. And when you tend to put more time into something, you become better at it. And you become this thing they call a master. How many are you are masters at what you do? And if you're not a master, because don't get me wrong, as Zig Ziglar says, we learn from the cradle to the grave. You always can become better. But you should be perfecting one thing. We live in a time now where people want to be this. And then 2 weeks later, they want to be that. A year later, they want to be this. And they're changing, and they're changing, they're changing. But what they're really doing is they're starting all over. And they're getting older and older and older. Instead of trying to say, look, I'm going to spend the time to find exactly what I want. And then go from there. That's why you're here, and that's what I'm all about. So what I'm going to give you to help you start that process is a few things. The first thing is I'm going to give you my free book. I want you to take this book. Some of you have not even discovered or even have any ideas of how you even begin to find out what you love. You see, don't think that I'm this perfect person because I'm not, because you're talking to a guy who changed his major multiple times in college. People thought I was weird. Why are you keep changing and keep changing and keep changing? I had to go through hell to get to this point where I love what I'm doing. And you need to not necessarily go through hell, because I'm actually giving you some tips that I didn't have in the beginning. But you need to go through the process to find out what you love. Some of you are stuck at a job that you hate, but yet you go there because you can't afford to stop it. And you say things like, I want to do my own business so I don't have to work for somebody else. Well, guess what? When you start your own business, you don't just start making money right away. It's a process. Some of you think you have the mindset to when you stop your job, instantly you're going to start making this money and become rich. Doesn't happen that way. And then you get discouraged, and then what has to happen in the end? You go back to a job you hate. Same thing with business. So I'm going to give you a free book. And that's it. You're going to get the free book. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to join my free course. And there'll be steps in there to go further if you want. But that's what I'm going to do. So we're not getting any younger, folks. Take the action. And I'll see you on the other side. Take care.